G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's review, I'm going to feature this piece from Guanqin, which is I think my third piece from the company, if I'm not mistaken, and they just continue to impress, I gotta say. They don't seem to have a lot of shortcomings for the low price they put out. So, I keep enjoying the pieces I get. So this one, again, is courtesy of GearBest, massive online Chinese retailer. Take a look at the links below at their site. They do have lots of items and they're often on sale. So you can pick up some bargain pieces, particularly these Chinese pieces that are often on there. So without further ado, let's get into this simple box. Right, a little bit of microfiber cleaner, and that's the piece there. I've shown some of these manuals before, and again, Guanqin, that's the Chinese pronunciation of the name. Crown Instruments is the translation, the nominal translation, and interestingly, again, it starts with Chinese and then only goes into English later. In fact, there we go, that's the English bit there. All right, so that's a simple manual, simple warranty card, which probably doesn't work in other countries or even perhaps in China, who knows. So let me know if you've got any experiences about their warranty coverage. So, simple cushions. I'm just going to push that out and show you the watch. So over here we have the Guanqin automatic dress watch. This number is GJ16034 is the model, listed at 120 USD as the MSRP, but often on sale. In fact, I just saw it going for under 60 USD, which for this piece I have to say is an absolute bargain, for what you're getting here, and we'll get into the details here. Okay, movement wise, Seiko NH36A, right, a movement that is not new to this channel by any means, and very common, but a very good workhorse. 21,600 beats per hour, 24 joules with 41-hour reserve, and it does have hacking. So in this case, at the 0 position, you can wind the watch. So manual winding, hacking if you pull the crown. Right, there we go. It's freezing the second hand, and it does have quick set day and date, which is implemented on this case in the 3 o'clock window there, Wednesday 9th, that you can see. The case here is 41 millimeter in steel all round, and it's 11.5 millimeter stick by my calipers, 20 millimeter lug width, which I think is appropriate for this size watch. And the lug distance is 49 millimeters. So, it does extend quite a bit beyond the case, but at a size which is still reasonably wearable. At least for me, it remains reasonably wearable and very, very light. So weighing in at only about 70 grams on the scale. So certainly, very easy to wear and very easy to forget, in fact, that it's on the wrist. All polished finishing. Okay, you can see. So turn around, every surface has a polished finish. Let me just release that butterfly there. Okay, and the bezel, interestingly, is also polished with 12 facets, right? So very, there's a bit of a design on the finishing there. The case back is a screw-in display case, as you can see there. Okay, with some details around the side, including the 3 ATM water rating, and you can see there that the Seiko NH36A movement there. It's got a push sign crown, right? You can see there's a bit of signage on the crown there for the 30-meter water rating. The dial is probably one of the best features, I reckon. I mean, look at that, white sunburst. I mean, you got sunburst and you got sunburst, and this is definitely the latter, right? It really reflects the light and plays a lot. And maybe this is a takeoff on the Seiko cocktail time watches. I'm not really sure. It certainly has a certain feel, and it certainly has that Seiko movement. That's what it does have. Applied triangular markers all around with Roman 12 at the top, and then the Guanqin is kind of printed on there along with automatic at the bottom there. So it's pretty simple, pretty plain, and I appreciate the finishing that they've gone for in this particular dial here. The lume is only on the hands, and I'll put up a lume shot for you to kind of appreciate how it lights up. Really, it's just on the hands. In fact, I do appreciate that you don't want too much lume on a dress style watch, and some dress style watches don't have lume at all. So this is fair enough. The crystal is a flat sapphire, right? There's some doubt about this a bit because GearBest listed as hardlex, but you know, other sites have listed it as Sapphire, and I've done a water drop test, and it certainly does behave and push the drop up like Sapphire does. So I think that's really what it is. Other people have said that it is Sapphire. Moving on to the band, right? Brown crocodile pattern, you know, supposedly Guanqin on that side and genuine leather. I'm not sure of the quality, but certainly it does feel decent. It looks hand stitched, and it is very comfortable on the wrist here. The clasp is pretty simple, right? Just a push butterfly deployant, right? Nothing too special. There's no push button release here. It's a friction release. Okay, so let's just try it on for the wrist shot now. And there we have it, the Guanqin automatic dress watch on my 17 centimeter wrist, and you know, as I said, 49mm lug to lug, and it's perfectly wearable for me. It's on the large side for a dress watch at 41mm, but you know, I've quite enjoyed how it looks. I don't mind a larger dress style watch at all, and 70 grams, it certainly disappears into the wrist. You know, sometimes I forget that it's even there. So guys, that's the watch. What's been the strengths? What have I liked about this? Well, you know, I think it is a really decent looking dress style watch. You know, that sunburst style, I really like that. The finishing, very, very fair, you know, nothing much to complain about, in my opinion, for the $70, $60 price that you might pay for this. Even if you pay slightly more, not much to complain about. You know, it's got that great sunburst, and it's got that Seiko movement and sapphire crystal for that price. It's just pretty good for what you get. The movement alone, I know I'm not a movement expert in terms of retail, but the movement alone, I think you're going to be looking at least $35 if you're going to pick that up on eBay or whatnot. Weaknesses, well, look, there's no major complaints I have about this. I think the clasp could be better, right? This is no push button on the release here. It's really just a friction release. I'm not sure how good the leather is. Right? Hopefully it lasts, and I'll let you know if it falls apart, but you know, hopefully it is actually decent. So the weaknesses are, I think, on the back side where the band is. Otherwise, not much to complain about. I think it's a great case, great finishing, and pretty good value for what you pay. So guys, there it is. Guanqin automatic dress watch, model number stated before. Let me know what you think about this. You know, this has been reviewed by other you know, reviewers on YouTube. You may have in fact bought this yourself. I'd like to know your thoughts on the brand and this particular watch if you have it. Guys, if you enjoy my videos, do consider subscribing. Of course, I put out new content weekly, always aiming to be objective and unbiased about all things horology. Thank you again for sticking with me, and as always, I will catch you next time.